I just noticed, you know, you can really see the farmer tan. Yeah, you're just gonna have to get used to that, I think. Hi everybody, it's Chris over at Dixieland Farm, and I am picking up on a thread that Vance put out that I don't think anybody actually participated in. Maybe you didn't realize it was a thread. The one you never forget is the way he put it, but basically it was like, what was like the record that kind of got you into really getting into music, I guess. And growing up, I listened to what was on the radio. I had definitely favorite songs. I certainly had records, but I didn't turn into what we've turned into here in the vinyl community until Tom Petty's Let Me Up, I Had Enough. I was watching MTV and Jammin' Me came on, and it was such an earworm song. I'm like, who is that? And I was 13, I guess, at the time. Like, I don't know who that is. Tom Petty. What, the Alice in Wonderland Don't Come Around Here No More? What? What is that? So I bought the album. And I loved every song on the album. And it was not like the kind of music I was used to growing up in an MTV world. So I went and got his Heartbreakers Live, which was kind of like a greatest hits. Does it say greatest hits? Nah. Ooh, configuration different than the LP. And I remember thinking, this is great. And it had all the songs from his earlier part of his career. He even says the F word. It's a big deal to a 13-year-old. So, Tom Petty. And then, I don't know, for some reason, I guess because Tom Petty was on MCA, and at the same time, Elton John's Live in Australia came out. And I remember hearing his version of Candle in the Wind with the strings, and I thought, wow, that's great too. And got the CD, DDD, all digital. And it did sound great, especially on headphones on a portable CD player. I had a portable CD player as a kid, which my parents just thought, well, that's going to be the future, so why not just start you off on CDs instead of records. I mean, I had Dire Straits before that. That was a DDD, but yeah, so I thought, well, Candle in the Wind, I'd love to hear the original, and I already told the story. I made my dad go out to the Wiz and pick up the CD version of Goodbye Elbert Road, which was a double back then. It was $40. It's really expensive. This is a rare version, by the way. The double version is not that common. It's always the single version. Yeah, and that started Elton John, and then Elton John into the Beatles and the Who, right? Because of another MCA disc. Also at that time, the Nice Price or whatever their budget line on MCA. All these were done by Steve Hoffman, I think. Also, the early MCA discs. Sought after. Yeah, that is my one you never forget. And these albums all have a very special place in my heart. What started my music collecting. And then I got a book on albums you should buy on CD over the vinyl version. It was, you know, because CDs were just coming out. And that little book broke up by 60s, 70s, and 80s in alphabetical, and it had like a little blurb on the record, why it's important to have in every boomer's collection, I guess, you know, any Rolling Stone aficionado. And from that was like a buying guide. Like, well, it was rated, what the music meant, and was it good on CD. And that book really influenced my collecting and getting into classic rock, and then from that into the Velvet Underground, and then from the Velvet Underground into the New York scene, and actually Brian Eno, because he was quoted in the Velvet Underground, and from that, and it just all splintered out, and the Kinks from that book. One you never forget. Never forget that. So, from Dixieland Farm, everybody, take care of yourself and take care of this. Mm.